This kind of goes into this one, something that happened to us last week. So I get a call on a Saturday. We're going to dinner. I think we're going to Eddie V's or something.
Yeah.
We're going to dinner. And I get a call from this guy named Eddie, who's a nice guy. He's coming here. I've been on a show before. He's a Muslim guy, runs a YouTube channel, good-sized YouTube channel.
Nice guy.
1 million plus subs. And bring him over to the house. We sit down.
The Dean Show's now got 1 million subs. He's been on for over 12 years. He's the guy who brings on these Muslims to try to critique us, Christianity, and they're terrible. And I met Eddie. He's a nice guy in real life. We'll talk about him in a minute. But listen.
We have a conversation together, and he tells me about, his beliefs, and he meets my chef. We cook him a meal. We had a good conversation. And then all of a sudden, he says, hey, I saw Shamoun on your podcast.
Eddie saw me on the podcast. This is the Dean Show. Because Eddie and I met. I'll give you a little story about Eddie, the Dean Show. He's Bosnian. He used to have a jiu-jitsu school, if you guys are from Chicago. Lincoln Avenue and Western. There's a McDonald's right there. So if you're in the north side of Chicago, you have Lincoln Avenue that cuts into Western right before you get to Lawrence, Lincoln. So as you go down Lincoln, right before the McDonald's on Lincoln by Western, there's a jiu-jitsu school that used to be run by Eddie. Well, Eddie went into full-time service, inviting people to Muslim. He raised up so much money that he built the Dean Center in Florida. He's got a whole center built by donations in Florida, which is the base of operations, inviting people to Islam. We'll look at it.
I'm here with a guy named Uthman, if I'm saying the name correctly. He would like to come on, since you had him on, he'd like to come on and have a conversation. I said, okay, so let me call Sam.
Wait, did you hear it? Let me call Sam. So you guys don't think I'm lying to you and I'm getting arrogant and puffed up. Oh, who do you think you are, Sam? Patrick with David called you. Could you hear it? And they did. They called me. It was a Saturday.
But this kind of goes into this one, something that happened to us last week. So I get a call on a Saturday. We're going to dinner. I think we're going to Eddie V's or something.
Yeah.
We're going to dinner. And I get a call from this guy named Eddie, who's a nice guy. He's coming here. I've been on a show before. He's a Muslim guy, runs a YouTube channel, good-sized YouTube channel.
Nice guy.
1 million plus subs. And bring him over to the house. We sit down. We have a conversation together. And he tells me about, his beliefs. And he meets my chef. We cook him a meal. We had a good conversation. And then all of a sudden, he says, hey, I saw Shamoun on your podcast. I'm here with a guy named Uthman, if I'm saying the name correctly. He would like to come on, since you had him on, he'd like to come on and have a conversation. I said, okay, so let me call Sam and see what I can do. So I call Sam.
I called Sam. See, guys, I'm special now. I'm going to have to charge you guys to even talk to me. I'm going to even have to charge you to be on my live stream. I'm too important right now. Right? I got now multimillionaires calling me. Okay? I may share some with you because I don't want it to come off like I'm being arrogant. Right? I really don't want to come off arrogant. I really want God to own my heart and purify my heart and cleanse my heart of pride, arrogance, and of filth and sin, to be a doer of the word, to practice what I preach, to love Jesus. So I'll share this, but I want to ask the Lord to purify my heart in sharing it. Why? So I don't become a hero in your eyes, but I just want to share something. But anyway, listen to what he says. So he called me. So it's going to cost you money just to be in my channel from now on.
Shamoun. Sam says, absolutely, but he says there's no way they're going to do it.
Wait.
He's going to cancel if they find out I'm coming. But this kind of goes into this one, something that happened to us last week. So I get a call on a Saturday. We're going to dinner. I think we're going to Eddie V's or something.
Yeah.
We're going to dinner. And I get a call from this guy named Eddie, who's a nice guy. He's coming here. I've been on a show before. He's a Muslim guy, runs a YouTube channel, good-sized YouTube channel.
Nice guy.
1 million plus subs. And bring him over to the house. We sit down. We have a conversation together. And he tells me about, his beliefs. And he meets my chef. We cook him a meal. We had a good conversation. And then all of a sudden, he says, hey, I saw Shamoun on your podcast. I'm here with a guy named Uthman, if I'm saying the name correctly. He would like to come on, since you had him on, he'd like to come on and have a conversation. I said, okay, so let me call Sam and see what I can do. So I call Sam, Shamoun. Sam says, absolutely, but he says there's no way they're going to do it. He's going to cancel if they find out I'm coming.
What was that, Uthman, about the lie that PBD said you can't attack Christianity? Are you hearing it from Patrick but David? I said, absolutely, but they won't do it. They're going to run when they find out it's me. Are you hearing this with your own ears?
And then he says, but why don't you tell them if Eddie and Uthman are coming, let me bring a guy named Avery.
Who said to bring Avery on? Now, I'm not trying to boast, but one way that I try to remain humble and not be puffed up is to force myself to acknowledge others and be a tool of God to open doors for others. So I don't make it about me and become an egomaniac. Why do I try to platform and give people notoriety? That's a way to check my flesh, to keep myself humble, so I don't think I am God's gift to the church and I'm the best and there's no one on my level. That's why I do it. Because if it's about the glory of Jesus Christ, and if I don't want to get puffed up and I want to resist my flesh and not let Satan win, I got to encourage others and promote others so that the eye will not be on any one individual. The eyes will be on Christ as he provides, right? But now watch what happens.
I don't know who Avery is. Vinny automatically says, I know Avery.
He's a beast.
Yeah, and Vinny says, I know.
See that? Vincent says Avery's a beast. And by the way, have I lied to you about anything I've said about David Wood or apostate prophet Anthony Rogers? Have you now seen I brought receipts to prove everything I've said, right? And they've even confirmed I was speaking the truth, correct? Even when they did that smear campaign where it says samshmn will cry, I'm crying from joy and laughter. You tried to destroy my reputation. It backfired, but I still love David and I want the best for him. I brought nothing but facts, right? And they confirmed everything. And I haven't lied to you. I'm no saint. I've made mistakes. I was the one the Lord used to bring David Wood onto Jesus or Muhammad. That's a fact. He can't lie and deny it. I was the one who told George Saig, Ministry Muslims, bring in Eddie Dalcour, bring in Matt Slick, bring in Anthony Rogers. Me. God is listening. May the Lord purify my heart of all lies and forgetfulness. And from their own mouths, may they confirm the truth. I've never needed any of them. And they don't need me, they need Jesus. But I'm the one that God used to open doors. The same people that now started cliques. Go back and watch Jesus or Muhammad. When did David Wood become famous? Jesus or Muhammad show. He built his reputation from Jesus or Muhammad, then went on YouTube and did short clips that made him go viral. These are facts. I try to be honest, not lie, but I'm not sinless, right? I have my issues. Okay, now listen.
Avery. And then this guy says this, and this is when I had to call Eddie. And then, by the way, they're like, then I get on a call. It's me, you, him, and Eddie.
Notice, Vincent's on the call. PBD's on the call. Uthman's on the call. Eddie's on the call. Look what Uthman says when he's told, I'm going to come up with Avery. Listen.
And when he found that it's Eddie and Avery, he's like, well, why don't we just do it me and you? And, why don't we just do it? I said, no, if you're going to have a debate, because it started off with Sam. I already called Sam. Sam already agreed.
No,
I'm going to fly him out.
That wasn't it. I know that's what you think it was. It wasn't it. He embarrassed himself and had to go into damage control because it backfired. But nice try saying who's playing for Chess Dow. For that, you may have to go to Mike Winger. Stop lying, brother. Okay, listen to this.
I know Avery. And then this guy says this, and this is when I had to call Eddie. And then, by the way, they're like, then I get on a call. It's me, you, him, and Eddie. And when he found that it's Eddie and Avery, he's like, well, why don't we just do it me and you? And, why don't we just do it? I said, no, if you're going to have a debate.
Hear it? Uthman said, why don't it just be me and you? Why, Uthman? Why are you scared? Why are you hiding like Aisha? Did you hear it? He goes, no, if you're going to have a debate, bring in the big guns. Now watch, listen.
Because it started off with Sam. I already called Sam. Sam already agreed. I'm going to fly him out.
Wait. Oh, man, listen. What? Say what? Listen, I got to stop it so you can hear. I got to stop it.
I know Avery. And then this guy says this, and this is when I had to call Eddie. And then, by the way, they're like, then I get on a call. It's me, you, him, and Eddie.
Listen.
And when he found out it's Eddie and Avery, he's like, well, why don't we just do it me and you? And, why don't we just do it? I said, no, if you're going to have a debate, because it started off with Sam. I already called Sam. Sam already agreed. I'm going to fly him out. Let's have the conversation. No, well, I have to fly out anyways. Well, I said, if I would have changed it, you would have came. But I
Hear it? Now excuse. No, but I got to fly out anyway. But wait, if I had changed it, if I didn't bring Sam, you would have stayed. No, but I got to fly out anyway.
have to fly. Well, let's just do it another time. And then the next day, this video is played. And I call Eddie, Rob, if you want to play this clip.
Whatever PBD, whatever he is, right? Yeah. Let's call you out right now, right? Somebody sent this video to him. If you're honest, then bring Imran, me, anybody else, any Muslim guy, and give us the same time, the same way, by ourselves.
By ourselves. Did you hear it? By ourselves. You see the condition? No, don't bring us and Sam and Avery or Sam. Let us come to your show and talk by ourselves. Are you hearing it from this fat slob who staged a fake stabbing, who took the wife of his Muslim friend as a second wife?
On your platform. He won't do it, right? And me and Eddie were supposed to go on there against whoever he picks, and he backed out. He backed out. Liar. Of having me, because originally he was saying, I got Eddie.
Another brother went on with Eddie, right?
Eddie didn't actually go on. Two other brothers go on. Daniel and Jake went on, right? But the reason originally that they didn't want me on is because they said you cannot attack them. If they're going to attack you, you're just going to answer, right?
You can't. So I said, so you can pause it right there. So wait a minute.
Now watch how he's going to catch his lie. He called Eddie. Eddie said, no, that didn't happen. Listen. Eddie now is confirming Uthman is a liar like his prophet and his God. Listen. Supposedly he said, you can't attack Christianity.
That I can't attack, you can't attack them, they can attack you. That's what he just said.
Yes.
So I don't even know who this guy is at the time. I've seen the face because I've seen the clips, but I don't know the name. So I see this video and I call Eddie. And he's like, where are you? Well, I said, listen, FaceTime.
Yes.
Who's with you? Me and Vinny. No problem. I said, I want to get your take on this. I said, this interview that we did with this guy, I said, he just said, oh, no, Patrick, but that was a week ago. That's not a new interview. I said, okay, great. But I want you to listen to what he said for you to know why we can never do anything together, because I don't do games.
Listen.
And then I played
See how angry he is? Eddie admits he's wrong. Uthman lied.
for him. When I played for Eddie, it's FaceTime, you're sitting right next to me. How long was this pause when I say, did we ever say that he can't say, go back 10 seconds, Rob, if you don't mind?
And by the way,
Go back 10
horrible editing.
seconds.
Horrible
editing.
Why would you play the
pause
music
right
that
there,
loud?
Rob? Pause right there.
To drown out the lies.
Exactly.
Another brother went on with Eddie, right?
Eddie didn't actually go on. Two other brothers go on. Daniel and Jake went on, right? But the reason originally that they didn't want me on is because they said you cannot attack them. If they're going to attack you.
Did you see that lie? Who would be that stupid to set up that perimeter?
You're just going to answer.
So that's what you call a lie.
That's a lie.
Okay.
When
I have Eddie watch this. I said, Eddie, is that true?
Listen.
And he said, no.
I said, Eddie, is that true?
No.
5 seconds, he's looking
Yeah,
at
he's
me.
waiting.
He says, no, that's not true.
No, that's not true, Uthman. Even Eddie. Are you going to say Eddie's a liar and he's your Muslim brother? No, that's not true. But watch how bad it gets. Look at Vincent. I think Vincent's Jilu, because he's got the Jilu blood in him. No, that's not true. Okay?
You cannot attack them. If they're going to attack you, you're just going to answer.
So that's what you call a lie.
That's a lie.
Okay.
when
I have Eddie watch this. I said, Eddie, is that true?
And he said, no.
I said, Eddie, is that true?
No.
5 seconds, he's looking
Yeah,
at me.
he's waiting.
He says, no, that's not true. I said, I will never have this guy on here because I don't play those games. You're going to go out and question our character that we said something like that? You're a liar. And I was willing to have him on to sit down and talk to Sam and Avery. I don't know why he's scared of Avery
They're
and Sam.
you know why?
I don't know why. I've never talked to Avery.
And I'll tell
until
you right
told
now.
me about Avery.
And I'll tell you right now.
Why are they scared? Vincent, you got Jilu blood in you, baby. I got meanie. I'll tell you why.
Now, Avery and Sam,
Yeah.
sitting here or sitting there, again, with that guy, and bring a third person, everybody will let you talk. You will be destroyed, and they're scared. And they're scared, Patrick.
Now watch what Pat's going to say about me. Listen.
Petrified, because why? If you're going to talk the talk, bring it. If you're that knowledgeable in the Quran and the Muslim world and Islam, come and sit with two Christians, with Sam and Avery, because they know at the end of the day they're going to destroy them. Because when you mention stuff like I mentioned about calling for non-believers to die, and they're going to come up with an excuse. Even though, and let me just say this right quick, Quran 47:4. When you meet the disbelievers in battle, strike them in the neck until you have subdued them. It's calling for violence against. I have a list, Tom. Number one, and I got into an argument with the guy on Menek when I said
Remember that Menek. May God purify my heart. Holy Spirit, reign me and constrain me. If He doesn't want me to mention it, I'm going to mention it if the Spirit wants me to. Okay, Menek.
Prophet Muhammad Aisha met her at 6, had sex with her at 9. How are you going to defend that? How can you?
The argument they make is, but at that time that was not considered pedophilia.
Guess what? Then why wasn't Jesus Christ doing it? Why weren't those people? Why were the disciples? Why were people there doing it? That's a horrible excuse, because sleeping with a 9-year-old, I don't care what time it was, it's wrong. So going back to the point, there's no, Pat, when you know you're going to get, when you know you're going to fight Mike Tyson, guess what you do? No.
Mike Tyson. I'm the Mike Tyson. Now, Vincent, I love you, bro. Why couldn't you say Bruce Lee just because I'm fat?
No, he lied. No, you lied.
Pull a muscle in training.
Yeah. No, they'll get destroyed, because if you're so believing in your motive and your Islam and everything, then go and sit with them. And by the way, we were going to tell them, no, you can't talk. Just let the Christian guys. No, that's such a lie. And it's such a, pussy way to freaking try to be like, no,
What?
It was Pat.
You know I'm supposed to keep it G-rated, Vincent. You know the Christians get upset when we Assyrians use foul language. They go, with Jesus speak like that? Vincent, I think you got too much Jilu in you, baby. Wait, what? How dare you use that word, Vincent?
Yeah. No, they'll get destroyed, because if you're so believing in your motive and your Islam and everything, then go and sit with them. And by the way, we were going to tell them, no, you can't talk. Just let the Christian guys. No, that's such a lie. And it's such a, pussy way to freaking try to be like, no.
What? Don't you know I got condemned by people? They made clips. They went off that I use foul language. You know, that I'm not a Christian. How dare you? Don't you know that freak, that hippie, Thaddeus, the little queer bait who runs around with a man? Too many Michaels. I would have said something else about that dude who's married to a woman, right? Scum dogs who can manifest on their channels. The Lord will deal with them in time, and may the Lord rein me in so I don't sin in my heart. Don't you know you can't talk like this, Vincent? How dare you?
It was Pat. You would ever do that. They can argue, you can't argue. Who's going to believe that with your 1,600 views on X? Don't play that game with us, bro. You're scared. You're petrified to sit with Sam and Avery because they know the truth, and they're going to destroy you.
Now watch what Patrick says.
So, talk, and you miss your opportunity.
I don't know why they shiver with Sam.
I look like Uncle Fester. Did I pay them to say that?
You're petrified to sit with Sam and Avery because they know the truth, and they're going to destroy you. So, talk, and you miss your opportunity.
I don't know why they shiver with Sam.
I don't get it. Is it because he knows their book inside and out?
I don't know. I don't know why they shiver with Avery. I don't know why they do.
Oh, man.
Listen, I don't know. I don't know why they do. And by the way, Mohammad Hijab responded to Sam Shamoun being on the podcast, and he said, tomorrow night, Tuesday, he gave him 24 hours, and then Sam's like, I'll do the debate, but not tomorrow night. So maybe Mohammad Hijab, who's...
I told Patrick, bring him on your stage. I'll take out Magilla Gorilla in less than 10 minutes. I'll bury him. I said that, see? So have I lied to you guys thus far? Have I lied to you guys about what I've said? I've tried to be very honest with you guys without getting puffed up and being arrogant, because I need you to pray for me. God save me from my lustful impurities. my food addiction, my slothfulness, that I'm not a hypocrite. I don't fall into temptation and slander, and I finish the race and glorify Jesus Christ.
A very heavyweight, very educated guy, PhD.
Yeah, he's trying to build them up for his destruction. You are one of the stupidest animals on the planet. Even gorillas disown you. They go, we don't want to be associated with this cow.
Background, very well read. Maybe he would be willing to sit down with Sam and have the conversation at a time that works for both people's calendars. We've invited him before as well, but I was very disappointed on the way he handled himself, especially when he said the word that we said, you can come. And if you believe him, the fact that we would say something like that, you deserve exactly what you're getting.
That's the point that I would.
Anyway, you got it? Share another story with you guys, but okay, one more time I want to tell you guys. I ask because I'm not a prayer warrior. I ask because that's not my gifting. Do I want to be a prayer warrior? You better believe it. Do I want to be super strict, disciplined, spiritual? You better believe it. Do I want to be praying for hours? You better believe it. Do I want to be reading the Bible for hours? You better believe it. Do I want to be in church for? Amen. Do I want to also be physically fit, walk 6-7 miles, do weights? Yes, but it's a struggle. So I depend on the prayer warriors. Some of you know God has filled you with the Spirit where you can pray for hours because that's your gift, your responsibility to pray for the body of Christ. Do not stop praying for me, my daughters. Ask the Spirit to own us, fill us, possess us, seal us. Ask the Spirit to purge us, purify, cleanse us in the blood of Jesus Christ. We finished the race. I die in their arms. And I never shame Jesus Christ. They never turn away, but fall in love with the Lord and see Jesus in me. The Lord provide for ministry, and God keep this young woman pure and holy. And if it's his will, we'll come together. If not, he'll release her.